Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, the Ultimate Hexer's Guide. I've returned here to Huntsman's Cove, and the reason for that is, if you didn't know, Strait of Olaphis has quite a few hexes that I want to buy. But, of course, in his current state, he is petrified, and, well, I could go and kill the Lost Sinner to pick up the Fragrant Branch of Yore, but I think it's actually easier just to clear this area out and pick the one up before Earthen Peak, or Harvest Valley, whatever. I usually call that whole area Earthen Peak. I know it's technically two separate things. Anyways, gonna be moving through here. This isn't a very difficult area, but oh shit. Plus, of course, the other bonus of going through here is the boss at the end of this area, the three skeletons, the skeleton lords, do actually have a hex weapon that you can make from their souls. Not a weapon that I'm going to be using. It's called the Roaring Halberd, something like that. I think that's what it's called. Okay, let's see if we can... No, come on out here. There you go. And goodbye. That was strangely satisfying to knock him off the edge. Anyways, the only problem... I forgot to mention this in the last episode. The only problem with this bone staff is its casting speed, which is kind of slow. Which reminds me, I still haven't talked to fucking Carillion of the Fold. Ah well, I'll get to it eventually. It doesn't really matter like at what point you talk to him. The only thing he sells that's really of use for me is maybe the clear bluestone ring. And what's that other thing? Amber herbs. He sells quite a few of those. Okay, I'm gonna not waste my hexes on these guys. Because, first of all, I want to kill the butterflies to get a couple of poison mosses. Oh, fuck. Oh, I didn't even know this guy was here. Trying to fucking ambush me. Alright, let's go for a backstab. Or try to go for a backstab and fail. If I remember correctly, these guys are kind of resistant to hexes. Maybe they are, maybe not. I'll try it out a bit later. This should be a one-shot. Good. These guys are quite easy to kill, but you want something ranged. Picking up the poison mosses for free is pretty useful. There's another... There he is. This spell has quite a good range on it. Only problem with it is... Ouch. The tracking, like I said. But, you know, that is only really an issue in PvP, not PvE. The enemies don't dodge around that much. Well, that's decent damage. Like I said, I don't want to use all of it up, because we still have quite a bit to go until we can get to the next bonfire. Okay. Should I use an Estus? I think we can go for a bit longer than that. Let's see, there's another one. I was going for a backstab, but that's not gonna work. Okay, now I definitely need to use an Estus. Luckily, these guys are not the smartest, so you can kind of outmaneuver them in the trees. That was a terrible idea. I don't know why I thought I could block that. Shit, I'm getting my ass kicked by this guy. That's not good. Alright, you're done. Yeah, that was like strangely bad play on my part. Can also pop a life gem. And get this aromatic ooze. I don't even use these. Maybe I should. I'll use one for the boss. Why not? I think those guys are kind of resistant to dark, so I'll stick with maybe magic damage. Morning Star, can I even use that? It's not a bad weapon, I think. No, 15 strength. I'll use it on my cleric character when I get to that guide. Alright, these sneaky motherfuckers. These guys can be a problem sometimes, mainly because they just attack so quickly. Yeah, oh shit, there's one behind me. I can never remember where exactly these guys are placed. I always get kind of ambushed by them. Oh well. Luckily my weapon is doing plenty of damage, even though it's only a +3. Maybe it's because my dex stat is actually decent. Oops, I thought that was an enemy. Damn. Well, that was a mistake. Okay, let's go ahead and lower the... I see you up there. I wonder if I can... I've never actually tried hitting him like this. Did pick up the binoculars, but I think I said this before just so that I can do this. Yeah, take that. So is he gonna come down? Yes, he is. I could have killed him with another dark orb, but that would be kind of a waste. Alright, I'm trying to save those spells up for those black mages in the caves. The necromancers. Alright, wait for the slowest bridge in the world. Right, so Kraden's in there, which is, it's gonna take some time for me to rescue him. I think I'm gonna go this way, because I always tend to go into the cave, and that ends up being like the worst choice. So I always get killed in there for some reason. I think it happened both on my sorcerer and my pyro guide. Ouch. I have to be careful, because yeah, there's another one shooting arrows. Luckily, he is not very accurate. Please. Ah, fuck. I do wonder if I should cut this out, because this is quite like a lengthy journey. Yeah, you know what? I'll do it, just to save a bit of time. So, I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. So, what I think I'm gonna do, which might be a smarter move, is just to lure this guy out here so the one with the arrows cannot shoot me. And I think we can just go in by now. Maybe I should use... If I can get in range. Yeah, I think this might be smart. Damn, he can fire those arrows really, really quickly. Oh well, not a problem. Took some damage, but still. Really, it's not gonna matter. This is probably like the most dangerous enemy group here. Alright, there is an ambush up here, which actually quite easy to take care of once you know where these guys are. Fuck. That attack really pisses me off because it is instant. And instant attacks are kind of horseshit, especially in a game like this. But I think I've talked about this before. That's like the one thing that pisses me off about these guys. Alright. What is actually up here? Oh yeah, something, it's like poison moss, I think. I picked it up, but I always forget to read this because I'm worried about the ambush. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. Don't know why I went for dark magic, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, as you can see, the problem with this staff is its casting speed is really slow. So I guess this would work out if you have high adaptability. Fuck, no, I didn't want to do that. Didn't want to pick up the dagger. That was a smart move there by you. And a not smart move by me. Good. Gonna have to use another Estus. Don't want to run out. Probably not gonna happen. Pick up the lock awake. I could go back to the bonfire now, but since I'm here I might as well like finish this area up. This isn't where the ambush guy is. No, he's up here. Good. I'm just gonna actually manually aim, which works out a bit better. Oh, I forgot that he has arrows. Ah well. And for Merciless Rowena, I'm gonna go ahead and buff up with Dark Weapon. This is really like an easy NPC invader. A lot easier than the ones in the DLCs. They improved the AI quite a bit, actually. Yeah, you can just infinite stunlock her and that's about it. I'll see you later. That was kind of pathetic. But yeah, I'm glad that they improved the AI for these guys in the DLC. They are a lot more enjoyable to fight that way. Doesn't feel like you're... Because here in the main game they kind of feel like just like a distraction. But there they actually feel like real enemies. Okay, I think he's dead. Was he dead? Thank you for stun locking me to fucking oblivion. Although I should have been smarter and... Okay, he is dead. Sorcerer, I mean. And I'm out of Estus, which rarely happens. But I am doing this kind of like a lengthy section here. Okay, taking care of that. I think there's... Yep, there's treasure out here. Oh yeah, it's combustion. Which I didn't think I picked it up on my pyro guide, because combustion is not that useful anyways, and it's easy to come by in other ways. Okay. Gonna have to take care of the second mage as well. I think it's right here. Yeah, this should be easy. I think it's a lot better to come on... Oh. I'm almost in range. Good. That's better. And you know what? I am gonna buff up. I tend to not use weapon buffs sometimes outside of bosses. I don't know why, because you get plenty of castings of them and they make going through areas a lot easier. I think it's just like a habit. You have a... You kind of feel like you need to save them up, even though you really don't. Now I'd like to get back to the bonfire here without using any more life gems, and I think that will be possible. Oh, there you are. I knew that there was one more. Okay, we have the magic mace. It's more useful for the Titanite shards, but I guess if you're a mage strength kind of build, that would be useful for you. Okay, let's let Creighton out. Good old Creighton. What's up?
Who are you?
Blah blah blah. How can he mistake me for Pate? I don't think I look anything like him. Well, mainly because I'm a fucking hollow, but, you know. Okay, I think that's all he says. I'll learn his fist bump. And that's pretty much it. Okay, we have everything in order, I think. Should I use a human effigy? It's not even worth it, because... Well, I might actually die to this boss, you never know. But... Let's get going here. Should be able to run through here. I have managed to do it before. Well, that was not the best demonstration, but... Hopefully I can avoid more damage. I'll only have to use a life gem to top my HP off. Luckily, these guys don't tend to follow you through or after the cave too much, so this is kind of a safe run. And an easy one too. Okay, let's life gem up. Let's use dark weapon. Oh, I said I would use an aromatic ooze. Doesn't really matter. Okay, and this, I always get this wrong. I always fuck up which one is the one that summons the bone wheel skeletons. Oh shit. Wow, this is not gonna be very difficult. That might be a mistake that I'm making right now, because I need to wait for the skeletons to spawn. Anyways. That is dealing a lot of damage, let me tell you that. While you're putting your head on, I'm just gonna go ahead and kick your ass. Oh, that fireball. Watch out for that. Okay. This is gonna be an easy boss, I have a feeling. It's always... I think... This is the one that summons the normal skeletons. Although, like I said, I always screw this up, so... If I screw it up now, I'm not gonna be surprised. Guess we're gonna see. Are they bone wheel skeletons? No, they're not. I actually didn't screw up this time. That's like the first time that has ever happened. Thank you, Locom, for screwing that up for me. You like your shields, don't you? Okay. The third part of the fight is always the hardest. I mean the bone wheel skeletons, because they are assholes. I'm gonna top my HP off. I think I'm gonna recast Dark Weapon. Luckily this guy is extremely slow and kind of dumb, so let's see what this does. Deals actually decent. I thought these guys would be resistant to Dark. I mean, it would make sense, but I guess not. Okay, and this is where they spawn at. And all I gotta do is wait for them. Good. 2. The more you kill, the easier this fight becomes. Okay, that was surprisingly easy. I think this gets easier every single time I go through the game. Alright, Skeleton Lord Soul. So, I think it's either Strayed or the other one. I always forget the crow's name. Ah fuck, what is her name? Ornifex. It's either Strayed or Ornifex that makes the Roaring Halberd. I think it's Strayed, but I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm gonna get that weapon, but I'm not gonna use it because... I mean, it is a hex weapon, but it also has quite high strength and dex requirements. Well, higher than I want to go. So... I guess it's kind of more like a weapon for you if you want to use hexes, but only kind of like the basic ones. I'm gonna have to respec this character anyways at least once, because there is a spell in the game called Dark Greatsword which requires 55 int, and that is kind of high, especially since I also want to go for the faith type hexes as well. So for that I'll probably have to respec my character at least once to show that off. Or I can just show how to get it, because I mean I don't think it's the best spell in the game. I've seen it used in action before, both in PvE and PvP, and I've never been that impressed. Luckily both of the new DLCs have hexes, so that's kind of good. Okay, we want to level up, and let's see if we're in order. I think we are. What I want to get is a 3rd attunement slot, and I guess we'll get a bit more. You know what, we'll go for a bit more vitality. Although I do have the Royal Soldier's Ring on right now, which is something I don't really need, but still. Okay, let's go to Harvest Valley. I'm quickly gonna go ahead and pick up this Fragrant Branch. I never even knew that this was here. I only got it by accident once, but it's a really good one to get because, well, I think this is the easiest one to acquire. You don't have to kill like a Lord boss or anything. I mean, they're not difficult to come by in the game, Fragrant Branches. But since we're here... Ah fuck, I shouldn't have done that. I always forget that it's actually better to run through here than jump through, because I think you get less poison coating. Well, I don't know. If I get poisoned, whatever.
Are you a traveler?
Okay, Chloanne, I'm not actually here for your ore stones, because, as you probably know, she does actually sell a hex, which I don't think I'll be able to afford. But we'll see. I can afford it, I don't have the stats for it, but it's called Dead Again. Kind of an interesting hex, you don't really see it used.
Visit me again.
In like arena PvP, it is completely useless, and on places like the bridge or anything, I mean, if you're invading, it's basically useless, but if you're getting invaded, there are some opportunities to troll with it. Basically what that spell does, I'll show it off eventually, but what it does is it makes corpses explode. So what you can actually do is like lure a bunch of enemies and lure your enemy into it. Because it's not a spell that's often used, people tend to like not know what it does. Weird. Usually these guys don't aim upwards. Well, that was a fail. Yeah, these guys deal a ton of dark damage. But apparently they're not strong against it. Oh well, that was a mistake, but I will need to kill that guy because that's where I need to go. Alright, come on, game. Can load today if you want to. Actually, I'm still doing very well on time. What am I gonna do after this? Maybe I'll go. Well, I'll go visit Strayed, and then I guess I'll head to Sinner's Rise. And then after Sinner's Rise, I'm gonna go down to the gutter, at least to get my weapon, my shuttle. Have to go to the Black Gulch to do that. Wonder if I can hit him from here. No, I'm out of range. Okay, let's go up here. Yeah, as you can see, this guy doesn't aim upwards for some reason. So yeah, just spam Dark Bead. Or I mean Dark Orb. And you're done. Luckily, I can fire spells faster than you. I don't think there's any useful like treasure down here. Okay, there we go, Fragrant Branch. I think there's something else. Well, this is where Govlan is. And there... Oh, hit a skeleton. Always breaks that chest, that skeleton. Where do I want to... I'm pretty sure that there's something down here. Something that's kind of useful. Even if I get poisoned, it shouldn't matter. Oh, it's a fire seed. Yeah, that's it. Well, I don't need that, really. But... can I get back to the bonfire in time? That is the question. Yeah, I'll heal. I'll heal. I am glad that they made poison more effective in this game. Where it's actually... I think poison should be viable for PvP. And I'm not mad about the fact that it is. Okay, back to the Bastille. So, gonna unpetrify Strayed, because he has quite a few hexes actually. Plus, you can trade some with him. Alright. Come on, game. It is taking a long time for it to load today, isn't it? What the hell is going on? Okay. Let's see, this area should be easy enough to clear out. I'll try a dark weapon on these mummies. Let's see, there you are. Bam. Yeah, R1 spam always wins the day. Not afraid to waste Estus because there is a bonfire right behind Strayed. I will probably need to kill the gargoyles on this playthrough too, because I want to get the Sudden Ritual Band, which is actually very useful for casters because it gives you an extra attunement. There are quite a few hexes that require 2 slots, so you need as much attunement as you can get. Dark Weapon, please don't run out. Please don't run out. It's gonna run out, isn't it? But with this I can actually one-shot these guys. Well, it didn't run out. Happy about that. R1 spam, like I said, always wins the day. Not so much in PvP. Well, even in PvP most of the times. I do like straight swords, but you know, I want to experiment with the different weapons. I've never actually used a shuttle in Dark Souls 1. I always wanted to, but I somehow never ended up using it. So this is my big chance here. Safest way to take these guys out. Except when you miss. Oh, I can one-shot them without Dark Weapon too. Excellent. Only thing is, am I gonna have enough souls to buy spells? I am a feeble cursed one, after all. So who knows?
Still a bit stiff, I'm afraid.
I love this guy. Best NPC in the game, definitely.
Young
A
traveler.
best merchant.
I am strayed, a wandering sorcerer of sorts.
Plus his set is badass.
I've been a guest for a very long time, but I don't think that anybody will miss me.
And his laugh is awesome.
Very good. Cursed one. We
Okay. First of all, want to get that gesture. Second of all, he does trade the Roaring Halberd. And what else is, what is this? The Dragon Rider shield. Okay. As you can see, 16, 12, 12, 12. Actually, it doesn't have that high, or the strength requirement is kind of high for me. But I'm gonna pick it up. What spells does he have to trade? Heavy homing soul arrow. And what he has to sell is what's more important. First of all, he has Dark Orb, but we want to pick up Dark Hail and Dark Fog in a bit. Let's go ahead and use, how much was it? 5,200. So I should have enough consumables to get this. Oh, that is way too much actually. Oh well. Buy item, and even though I don't have the stats, let's get Dark Fog. He also has Affinity, but as you can see, the stat requirements for that are kind of high. So we'll get back to that later. Definitely want to warp. Actually not. I'm not gonna warp out of here. I'm gonna clear these guys out. I'll show off Dark Hail a bit later. Problem with it, as you probably saw, requires 2 slots. And the fact that it requires 2 slots, it's actually not that good. It's probably good in PvP more than PvE. So I'm just gonna go ahead and... that was fail. And hit the bonfire here in the Bastille. Or Sinner's Rise. Whatever it's called. You know what I mean. 8 life gems, I'll take that. Luckily these guys are the... Whoa, he actually hit me. That's like the first time that's ever happened. Mainly because I ran out of stamina, so that was just a bad play on my part. Let's ass this up. Oops. Nearly fell off. Alright. I'm gonna... Oh. I always forget that they leave, don't they? They're kind of idiots. Or they fall off. I don't even know what happens to them. There goes the gargoyle. I'll wait with that fight. Oh, hey, there you are. Okay. Where should I go to show off the spell? I'll head to Majula first. I'm gonna show this spell off and then probably end it there. In the next episode, what should I do? Guess I'm gonna start off with taking care of the Lost Sinner. I don't need the gargoyles for the Lost Sinner, I just need them for the Sudden Ritual Band, so technically it can wait. So yeah. Let's go ahead and attune. Where are you? Dark Hail. Dark Hail, I think it was called Dark Bead in Dark Souls 1. You know what this spell is. Really effective close up, not so much from range. It's kind of a shame that it needs 2 slots because I think 1 slot for this spell would be enough. And Dark Fog, I don't have the stats. So I think I'm gonna stick with Dark Weapon. I could have picked up another copy of Dark Orb. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this episode here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Dark Souls 2, the Ultimate Hex Guide. And I'll see all of you next time. Goodbye.